The goal of life is to match your heartbeat with the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. These were the words of Joseph Campbell. Hi friends, my name is Priya Muthukumar. I am a storyteller from the Storytelling Initiative called as Storypur, based out of Bengaluru, India. Vanakkam, Namaskar, greetings once again. So here I am waiting to share a story which I feel is very relevant to the times we live in. This is a legend of the little deer, a Native American legend, a Cherokee folk tale. Oh dear, when the earth was so young, not just man, animals, birds, bees, butterflies, insects, creepy crawlies, all of them could talk. And they spoke to each other. There was friendship, there was togetherness, there was peace, and there was harmony, not to forget happiness. Oh dear. Man knew that he could hunt or kill animals only for his need, never for his greed. The hunted was always respected. The hunter was always accepted. There was a fine balance. Oh dear. But this was not to remain the same forever. Something did happen. Man invented the bow and the arrow. He didn't stop at that. The shotguns, knives, spears, hooks, all of them came into play. He started feeling a little more powerful, a little more superior. Oh dear, and he went around killing animals mercilessly. The larger ones were killed ruthlessly for their flesh, where the smaller ones were killed or trodden upon with conflict or simply out of carelessness. Oh dear. The animals panicked. There's something which man is doing that is not quite right, and we need to put an end to this, otherwise all of us will be exterminated. They panicked. All of them, they panicked. They decided to have their own meetings to take a decision to solve this problem which has been created by man. When I say man, I mean the entire human race, my dear friends. Oh dear. The birds had their own meeting, the creepy crawlies had their own meeting, and the animals also met. The bears had their own meeting. The old bear chief sat over there listening to all the other bears. One bear warrior said, "Let me master the art of bow and arrow and fight with man, just like what he does." And the bear chief said, "So be it." So the bear warrior, who volunteered, decided to train himself in the art of bow and arrow. Every time he did so, his sharp claws came in the way. He decided to chop them off. And yes, he did master. He went back to his bear chief to tell him that how much he had excelled in this art. But the bear chief said, "Now that you've chopped off your claws or trimmed it off, do you think you'll be able to climb trees?" The bear warrior nodded in denial. "Do you think you will be able to dig for your food?" "No." "Do you think you'll be able to hunt?" "Not at all." "Then this plan will not work." Not just the bears, all the other animals also were not able to come to a conclusion. They did not have a solution. They did not have a remedy. Oh dear. What were they supposed to do? Meanwhile, the deer clan had their meeting as well. The leader, the chief, the gentle and compassionate Avi Asti, the deer chief. She sat with all the other deer, listened to them patiently. She said, "I know what to do. I have a solution," said Avi Asti. "I am going to go into the human settlements and whisper into their ears that if they don't stop killing animals mercilessly, I am going to use my magic and I'm going to cripple all of them. So that was decided, and that night, when the moon shone brightly and the stars twinkled, and when there was silence all over, Avi Asti very quietly slipped into the human settlements. She whispered into the ears of men and women. She cautioned them, kill for your need and never for your greed. There is a harmony, there is a balance to be maintained, and if you don't do so, I am going to use my magical powers and I am going to cripple all of you, that your legs and hands will be bent and you will never be able to use the bow and arrow once again. And she went back. Next day morning, when the men and women woke up, some of them remembered what Avi Asti had said. Oh yeah, she had whispered into our ears. Some of them thought it was a dream, and they remembered and decided to follow. But some of them, they chose to disregard Avi Asti's words. Oh dear, oh dear. Those who followed Avi Asti's words, thanks to them, the animal species are still left with us. But those who did not follow Avi Asti's word and went around killing mercilessly and ruthlessly, Avi Asti made sure to use her magical powers and cripple them. Diseases were born, the Native Americans believe, just like this. The first disease, in fact, they say, according to their myth, is rheumatoid arthritis, just what Avi Asti had brought. Meanwhile, when all this was happening, the plants and trees which were witnessing all of this stood by mankind and said, with all compassion, that we are there for you, the human race, the humankind. We will cure your illnesses. We will heal you. Every shrub, every herb, every weed had medicinal properties, has medicinal properties. Only if you know which one has what. That's how the Native Americans believe medicines were born, or medicines came into existence. Diseases and medicines, when the harmony was disturbed. So we keep getting reminders like this, right? This story, this legend, my dear friends, is one such reminder. And the times we are living in is another such reminder from Mother Nature itself. And as a storyteller, oh dear, it's my responsibility to bring these stories to all of us, to remind ourselves about the fine balance, the harmony, what Mother Nature keeps telling us or keeps reminding us. So, oh dear, do not forget the story of the little dear Avi Asti, my dear. Thank you so much for listening to me. Live and let.